Have you ever found yourself nodding along in a conversation, maybe understanding every single word, grammatically following along perfectly, but still, deep down feeling like you just missed the entire point?
Oh, absolutely. It happens.
It's like someone dropped a seemingly simple phrase, but the real meaning, the nuance, the feeling, the specific context that just sailed right over your head. It's that subtle shift, that particular way of phrasing things that can leave you feeling a step behind, even if you've got like a massive vocabulary.
Yeah, that gap between knowing words and truly knowing the language, it can be incredibly frustrating, can't it?
It really can. It's like having all the pieces to a puzzle, but no picture on the box to guide you.
Exactly.
Well, if that experience resonates with you at all, then you are absolutely in the right place today. Because here on The Deep Dive, our mission is really to give you that shortcut, to being truly well-informed, to finding those aha moments.
Yeah.
And today, we're embarking on a deep dive into some wonderfully common English phrases. These are expressions native speakers use constantly, every single day, often without a second thought.
Right. They're just part of the fabric of conversation.
Exactly. But beneath their, seemingly simple surfaces, they hold surprising depths, multiple meanings, and some really crucial contextual implications. We're talking about gems like in a row, the incredibly versatile pick something up, that pair in luck and out of luck, and the powerful little verb last.
Yeah.
Understanding these isn't just about adding new words to your list. It's really about unlocking the rhythm and flow of natural conversation. It allows you to sound more fluent and, maybe more importantly, truly understand the subtle layers in everyday interactions.
And that's precisely where we're focusing our analytical lens today. Our objective isn't merely to, give you dictionary definitions. We want to truly unpack these phrases.
Go deeper. Exactly. Explore their rich tapestry of contexts, dissect their subtle implications, and really illuminate why they carry such significant weight in real-world communication. The aim is to move you far beyond just memorizing them.
Right.
We want you to reach a point of deep, intuitive comprehension where you can confidently apply these expressions yourself, recognizing the nuanced differences that make them so impactful and expressive.
That intuitive level is key, isn't it?
It really is. It's a fascinating aspect of language, isn't it? How these seemingly small linguistic units, just a few common words strung together, can become vessels for such significant cultural and contextual meaning.
Yeah.
They're not just phrases. They're almost like codes that shapes how we perceive, interpret, and articulate situations. They add layers of understanding that a purely literal translation just cannot capture.
That makes sense.
Grasping these nuances is fundamental. It helps you navigate social interactions more smoothly, avoiding those awkward misunderstandings you just described.
More importantly, it empowers you to engage in more precise, effective, and frankly, authentic communication. We believe in delivering thorough knowledge without overwhelming you. And these phrases are perfect examples of high-leverage learning.
High leverage, I like that.
Yeah. So as we explore each one, I genuinely encourage you, the listener, to actively consider how you might integrate these phrases into your own daily conversations. Let them become an active, dynamic part of your ever-growing linguistic toolkit.
Absolutely. Think of this as getting like a backstage pass to the everyday language of English.
Good analogy.
So let's get straight to it. We're going to set the stage with our first phrase. It might seem straightforward at first glance, but it really packs a punch when you grasp its full emphasis and flexibility. Let's delve into in a row.
In a row.
In a row. At face value, it sounds like things are literally lined up, right? One after another, maybe physically side by side.
Like chairs, maybe?
Exactly, like chairs in a row. And while it can certainly mean that in some very literal contexts, when we use it to describe events or occurrences, it takes on a much more specific and, I think, powerful meaning. Essentially, in a row means consecutively, one right after another, without any interruption or break.
No gaps.
No gaps at all. Let's imagine a scenario many of us can relate to. You're watching your favorite basketball team, and they're having an incredible season.
Right.
They win their first game, then their second, then their third, and so on. If they manage to win 5 games, one right after the other, without any losses in between, you wouldn't just say they won 5 games.
No, that doesn't capture it.
You'd exclaim, they won 5 games in a row. It's that unbroken sequence, that uninterrupted streak that in a row so powerfully emphasizes.
It adds something.
It transforms a simple count into a statement about consistency and momentum.
And what's truly compelling about in a row is exactly that, how it elevates a basic count to something far more significant. It imbues it with a sense of impressive continuity and often a deeper implication.
Like it means more than just the number.
Precisely. Consider academic achievements, for example. If we say the student achieved perfect scores on 3 tests in a row, it immediately signals more than just 3 good grades.
Right, it feels different.
It highlights a remarkable, sustained consistency in their performance. It implies, a high level of dedication, meticulous preparation, and perhaps even a notable intellectual persistence required to maintain such an unbroken streak. It's far more impactful than merely stating the student got 3 perfect scores, because in a row paints a picture of a consistent pattern of excellence.
Okay, I see that. The pattern is key.
Or let's look at something like a charity drive,
Yeah.
a community food drive maybe. When we hear the charity collected donations every day in a row for a week, the phrase "in a row" does crucial work there.
How so?
It doesn't just tell us donations were collected 7 times. It vividly speaks to a sustained daily commitment. It conjures an image of unwavering effort, perhaps volunteers showing up diligently day after day.
Regardless of weather or anything else.
Exactly. Regardless of the weather or other external circumstances, the phrase here underscores the disciplined, continuous nature of their work, making the achievement sound more impressive and the commitment more profound. It clearly adds that sense of impressive continuity, implying that maintaining such a streak required a notable level of effort or persistence. It really speaks to the narrative of consistent action.
That point about implied effort is crucial. It really does add weight to the statement. And what's fascinating is that in a row isn't just reserved for these grand, impressive feats, is it?
Not at all.
It's incredibly versatile, and it permeates much more mundane, everyday situations, making it an essential phrase for just, daily communication. Think about the rhythm of your own work life. You might find yourself saying, ugh, I worked late 3 days in a row to finish this project.
Right. We've all been there.
That's not just a statement that you worked late 3 separate times last week. It immediately conveys a sense of intense, uninterrupted effort, perhaps leading to exhaustion.
Definitely exhaustion.
Or certainly showcasing a high level of dedication or an urgent necessity to meet a deadline. It highlights that sustained push, the unrelenting nature of the tasks. And we all experience it with the weather, don't we? Imagine a particularly dreary stretch. It rained for 5 days in a row last week.
Oh, yeah.
Making it impossible to go outside for any outdoor activities. Again, this isn't simply it rained for 5 days last week. The in a row here makes the experience feel relentless, impactful.
You split more.
You do. It evokes images of gray skies, perpetually soggy ground, maybe even a touch of cabin fever. It powerfully emphasizes the unbroken sequence and the cumulative effect that such continuity has on a situation. It really changes the emphasis from just a total count to the impact of that uninterrupted recurrence. It suggests more profound influence on our daily lives than if those rainy days had been, mixed with sunshine.
And here's where "in a row" takes on an even deeper emotional resonance. Its application to negative or challenging events.
Ah, the flip side.
Exactly. In these contexts, the phrase often signals a breaking point or indicates that a situation has become noteworthy, specifically because of its relentless nature. Take, for instance, a health concern. He had trouble sleeping for 4 nights in a row,
Oh, that's rough.
leading to severe exhaustion. This communicates much more than just 4 isolated nights of poor sleep. It highlights the relentless cumulative effect of that sleep deprivation. It paints a picture of escalating fatigue and distress.
Yeah, you can feel the weight of that.
The "in a row" underscores the relentless nature of the problem, powerfully evoking a sense of growing frustration, worry, or even urgency for the person experiencing it. It makes it clear this isn't just an isolated incident, but a concerning and persistent pattern.
Okay.
In the world of sports, we hear this constantly. The team lost 6 games in a row,
The dreaded losing streak.
putting their entire season in jeopardy. This phrase instantly conveys a crisis within the team. It's not simply the team lost 6 games at various points. The unbroken string of losses creates significant narrative tension. It signals a profound period of poor performance, maybe plummeting morale, perhaps even impending leadership changes. It communicates the consistent failure and the dire cumulative implications of that streak.
So understanding that nuance is key.
Absolutely. Understanding this helps you convey not just the raw fact of repetition, but also its profound emotional, practical, or strategic impact on the individuals or situations involved. It adds significant depth and gravitas to your narrative, making the listener understand the weight of the unbroken sequence.
Okay, so what "in a row" truly offers us, beyond just a simple tally, is a potent way to emphasize an unbroken continuity and the significant impact such repetition carries, whether that impact is positive, negative, or just, well, a matter of fact. It transforms a count into a story of persistence, challenge, or consistent effort. The real power here is recognizing that it isn't just about counting, it's about making a statement about the pattern of events and the weight that continuous repetition carries in our lives.
Well put.
So I encourage you, as you move through your week, start actively noticing how often you hear or could use this phrase to add that extra layer of precision and impact to your own communication. It really clarifies the narrative.
Good advice.
Now let's transition to a phrase that perfectly illustrates the wonderful, sometimes wonderfully baffling complexity of English.
Uh-oh. Which one is this?
We're talking about pick something up.
Ah, yes, a classic.
This is a quintessential example of a phrasal verb, a verb combined with a preposition or adverb, and what makes it so fascinating is its ability to morph into a surprising number of distinct meanings, often leading to a bit of head-scratching for learners.
Definitely. Context is everything with this one.
We'll start with its most literal and foundational meaning, because that's always a good starting point, right? Imagine you accidentally drop your pen. The most basic use would be, please pick up the fallen pen from the floor. Simple, physical, direct.
Can't get more basic than that.
But hold on to your curiosity, because from that simple act, this phrase branches out into many, many more directions.
It's quite remarkable, isn't it, how a single phrasal verb can adapt to such a diverse array of contexts. Beyond the literal act of lifting, pick something up is very commonly used to mean to acquire or buy something.
Right, like shopping.
Exactly. This is a staple in everyday errands and shopping. For instance, when you're planning your evening, you might say, I need to pick up some groceries on the way home.
Heard that one a million times.
Here, it clearly means to go to the store and purchase those items. Or perhaps, I picked up a new book at the library yesterday, meaning you acquired it, whether by borrowing or buying. It signifies obtaining an item, often with a sense of purpose or just a casual, straightforward acquisition.
Okay, acquiring things. Makes sense.
But the versatility doesn't stop at physical objects. Pick something up also means to learn a skill or become proficient in something.
Ah, okay. Like picking up a language.
Exactly. And crucially, this often implies a more informal, intuitive learning process rather than a structured one. Think of it this way. She quickly picked up the new software program.
Meaning she didn't take a course.
Probably not. It suggests that she didn't attend a formal class or read a hefty manual cover to cover. Instead, maybe through hands-on experimentation, observation, or perhaps just being thrown into the deep end, she absorbed the necessary knowledge and skills. This nuance is key. Picking up a skill versus studying. It implies a more organic, context-driven acquisition.
Less formal.
Less formal. It's less about deep academic study and more about practical absorption, often characterized by efficiency or a certain casualness in how the knowledge was gained, through exposure rather than explicit instruction. It's the difference between learning to play guitar by ear versus meticulously reading sheet music.
That distinction between formal study and informally picking up a skill is a really insightful one, especially, for those of us navigating a new language or new software. It underscores that real-world exposure and immersion are incredibly powerful.
Absolutely.
Building on that idea of obtaining something, pick something up, is also absolutely essential for coordinating daily tasks when it comes to collecting people or things from a specific location.
Yes, the fetching meaning.
The fetching meaning. It's a phrase you'll hear constantly in household or workplace settings. Consider a typical afternoon for a parent. Can you pick up the kids from school today?
Standard request.
Totally. This means go to the school, collect the children, bring them home. It's a fundamental part of daily logistics for many families. Or if you've dropped off an item for a service, you'd say, I'll pick up my dry cleaning this afternoon.
Right. Retrieving something you left.
Exactly. It means you'll return to the dry cleaners to retrieve the clothes you left there earlier. These uses are vital for simply navigating daily life. From coordinating schedules to managing possessions, it's about the action of retrieval.
Whether it's a person or an item.
Right, a person or an item that was temporarily left somewhere. And it's a phrase that acts as a quick, efficient request or statement of intent.
Okay, zooming out a bit now. Pick something up. Also has a more abstract and, I think, incredibly insightful meaning. To notice or detect something subtle or often non-obvious.
Ooh, like intuition.
Exactly. This delves deeply into our perceptive abilities and intuition. For instance, you might say, I picked up a strange vibe from him during the meeting.
You felt something was off.
Right. You're not just literally seeing or hearing something overtly problematic. You're sensing an atmosphere, an underlying emotion, or a non-obvious cue that suggests something is amiss. It's an act of interpretation, not just passive reception.
That's subtle.
Very. Or consider another example. Did you pick up on her sarcasm? This implies that you detected a subtle tone or an underlying meaning in her words that wasn't explicitly stated. You grasped the subtext.
Reading between the lines.
Precisely. This meaning highlights our innate ability to perceive these non-obvious cues, making it invaluable for expressing intuition, careful observation, or understanding complex social dynamics. Even technology can use this.
Right.
The sensitive microphone picked up a faint whisper from across the room, indicating detection beyond normal human hearing. It's about an active interpretive perception, going beyond merely hearing or seeing to truly understanding or sensing something elusive. It signifies a nuanced awareness that goes beyond surface-level observation.
Wow, that really adds such an incredible layer of depth to a seemingly simple phrase, from literally lifting a pen to intuitively sensing an unspoken atmosphere.
It's remarkably flexible.
But the journey of pick something up continues, doesn't it?
It does.
This phrase can also describe positive changes, improvements, or a gaining of momentum, often implying a change from a previous, less desirable or stagnant state.
Like things are getting better.
Exactly. For example, in an economic context, a common report might be, the economy is starting to pick up after the recession.
We hope to hear that often.
Right. Here, it clearly means the economy is improving, gaining strength, showing signs of recovery and growth. It's a very positive indicator, signaling a reversal of fortunes. On a more personal level, you might hear, his grades have really picked up this semester.
Good for him.
Yeah. This signals academic improvement, a positive shift in performance from perhaps struggling or being stagnant to now showing clear progress. Or even in natural phenomena, you could say, the wind picked up, making the sailing conditions more challenging.
But also exhilarating, perhaps.
Exactly. Here, it describes an increase in intensity, a gaining of strength or speed. This usage consistently conveys progress, recovery, or intensification, almost always implying a beneficial or at least significant change from a previous state. It describes things gathering pace or strength.
And finally, there's one more, very specific usage, though perhaps slightly less frequent now in the age of omnipresent mobile phones.
Let me guess. The phone.
You got it, to answer the phone. You might still distinctly hear someone say, could you pick up the phone? It might be an important call.
Yeah, especially with landlines, maybe.
Exactly. While answer the phone is now more common, especially with cell phones where there's no physical receiver to pick up, this usage persists, particularly with landlines or in slightly older expressions.
Interesting how language sticks around.
It really is. This specific meaning is a fascinating testament to language's stickiness and how phrases can endure even as technology rapidly evolves. It's also a linguistic fossil, if you will.
Huh. A fossil phrase.
But still perfectly understandable and used. It demonstrates the rich, layered tapestry of English and its historical roots. It provides an interesting point of historical context for a phrase that has truly adapted across various aspects of modern life while retaining its origins. It shows the resilience of language.
Okay, wrapping up. Pick something up.
Yeah.
What does this all mean for you, the listener? The crucial takeaway here is recognizing that pick something up isn't just one phrase.
No, it's like a multi-tool.
Multi-tool, perfect. It functions as multiple distinct verbs, each with its own precise meaning. This makes English simultaneously challenging and incredibly expressive. Its sheer versatility means context is absolutely king.
Absolutely critical.
Paying close attention to the surrounding words, the situation, the speaker's intent, that's key to understanding which of these many meanings is intended. It's truly a chameleon of a phrase. So the next time you hear pick something up, maybe pause for a second. Ask yourself, is it about acquiring something, collecting someone, noticing a subtle detail, improving, or perhaps even answering the phone? Actively identifying the intended meaning in different scenarios will dramatically deepen your comprehension and confidence.
Absolutely. The way a single phrasal verb can encapsulate so many actions and nuances is a perfect illustration of English's dynamic nature. And understanding that depth moves you so much closer to true fluency.
Okay.
Now let's shift our focus to a pair of phrases that beautifully embody the binary nature of fortune. In luck and out of luck.
the luck phrases. Good ones.
These are wonderfully concise and incredibly powerful for quickly describing fortunate or unfortunate circumstances. They're conversational shortcuts that deliver a lot of information in very few words.
You're right. They're wonderfully direct and efficient. Think about those moments in life, and we've all had them, where everything just aligned perfectly for you, like the universe winked in your favor.
Or the opposite.
Or, conversely, a day where everything seemed to go wrong and every door was slammed shut in your face. That's precisely where in luck and out of luck come in. These phrases aren't just about general good or bad fortune in life. They describe a specific state of having good or bad fortune, particularly within a particular situation or at a crucial moment.
It's very situational.
Very situational. They immediately tell you exactly where things stand regarding a specific outcome.
And what makes in luck particularly interesting is how it often implies a sudden and frequently surprising turn of events that specifically favors the person. It's not about being a generally lucky person in life.
Like their whole life is lucky.
Right. It's about being lucky in that specific moment or situation. Imagine this scenario, a classic moment of relief. You're in luck. We just found one extra ticket for tonight's sold-out concert.
Best news ever.
Exactly. This phrase immediately conveys an unexpected availability, a stroke of perfect timing, a serendipitous discovery. It's a delightful piece of news, delivered with maximum efficiency and impact, transforming potential disappointment into sudden joy.
Okay.
Or consider a common anxiety, losing something important. She was in luck, finding her lost wallet right where she dropped it outside the cafe.
Phew.
Big relief.
A huge relief. This is a profoundly serendipitous discovery, a moment of immense relief that averts a potential disaster. It wasn't expected, but it happened. Even something seemingly small like, we got to the restaurant 20 minutes early and we're in luck. There was absolutely no wait, so we got a great table immediately.
Nice. Makes the evening better.
Right. This indicates advantageous timing, a small but much appreciated stroke of fortune that made their dining experience smoother and more pleasant. In luck quickly conveys relief, advantage, or a fortunate escape from a potentially difficult or inconvenient situation. It's all about seizing that opportune moment. And the elegance of this pair of phrases lies in their direct opposition, doesn't it? So, let's flip that coin and talk about out of luck.
The less fun one.
The less fun one, definitely. Which directly contrasts with in luck, focusing squarely on missed opportunities or unavoidable misfortune within a given context. Picture this, a frustrating but common scenario. Sorry, you're out of luck. The last express bus to the airport left 5 minutes ago.
Oh, no.
And there won't be another one for an hour. Ouch! That's a clear, definite missed opportunity, leaving no remaining option for that specific desired bus. There's a palpable sense of finality to it, a clear closure on that particular chance.
Game over for that bus.
Pretty much. Or imagine this all too relatable scenario. He forgot his wallet at home, so he was completely out of luck for buying lunch at the cafeteria.
Been there. Unfortunate.
Right. Here, it's an unforeseen obstacle, an immediate and unfortunate consequence of an oversight. There's no immediate solution to his hunger, at least not with his own funds, and another common one, often used with a shrug of resignation. They arrived after the store closed for the holiday, completely out of luck for their urgent purchase.
Just missed it.
It just missed it. They were simply too late. There was no solution for their immediate need to buy that item until the next business day. Out of luck often carries a distinct sense of finality or resignation, implying there's nothing more that can be done in that particular situation at that specific time. It's a concise and unambiguous no to a request or desire.
This raises an important point, though.
Yeah.
How are these phrases used beyond simply stating a fact? You mentioned the tone.
Right, the delivery matters.
Hugely. They're very often used in direct address, as in, you're in luck, to deliver good news, or to clearly explain the unfortunate outcome of a situation. But crucially, they also carry a wide range of emotional tones, which the speaker can convey. The way you deliver "you're out of luck" can range dramatically. From genuine sympathy for someone's predicament, "Oh, I'm so sorry you're out of luck, the doctor's office is closed for the holiday," to a much more lighthearted jest.
Like with the last piece of cake.
Exactly. Perhaps when teasing a friend about missing out on the last piece of cake at a party, "Well, looks like you're out of luck tonight, my friend. I just took the last slice."
Yeah, the tone changes everything.
Completely. The tone of voice and even subtle body language can completely shift the meaning and emotional impact of these phrases. They function as incredibly efficient conversational shortcuts that communicate a significant amount with very few words, instantly framing the situation as either fortunate or unfortunate. They provide a concise, impactful way to explain immediate outcomes related to chance, timing, or circumstance far more succinctly and memorably than a lengthy, detailed explanation ever could. They're part of the everyday linguistic tapestry we use to share news, good or bad, with immediate clarity.
Okay, so what does this all mean for you, our listener, as you strive for deeper understanding and natural fluency? The key insight with in luck and out of luck is understanding that they are specific to a particular moment, a crucial decision, or a precise circumstance.
And the general state.
Not a general state of being or a character trait. They are absolutely essential for quickly and effectively communicating the outcome of a situation, especially when timing, availability, or just the twist of fate is a central factor. They empower you to deliver news, both good and bad, with succinctness, clarity, and genuine impact. Listen for them in daily conversations and challenge yourself to start using them to clearly define those moments of fortune or misfortune in your own interactions. They're incredibly powerful tools.
Agreed. Very useful pair.
Now, let's move on to a verb that occasionally causes a little confusion because it shares a form with a very common adjective.
I think I know this one.
We're going to talk about last, not as an adjective like the last day of the week or the last person in line. No.
The verb lasts.
Exactly. We're focusing on last as a verb, which fundamentally relates to duration or endurance. Think about it this way. When we ask, how long does a movie last? Or how long will your patience last? This is where the verb last truly comes into its own.
Okay.
At its core, last as a verb means to continue for a particular period of time or to endure over time. It's all about the passage of time and persistence.
And what's truly compelling here is how last as a verb is fundamentally about measuring the flow of time for events, activities, and experiences. It's absolutely crucial for planning, for recounting past events, and for setting expectations.
Right, like scheduling.
Exactly. For example, the meeting lasted 2 hours.
Yeah.
Okay, simple fact.
Yeah.
But then adding, which was much longer than we expected.
The commentary.
Right. That single sentence not only communicates the actual duration, but also subtly implies a perceived duration that was perhaps tedious, inefficient, or simply went on too long. It's not just a statement of fact. It often carries an emotional undertone about the experience.
That's true. You feel the drag.
You do. We use it constantly when anticipating future events. Imagine planning your evening. How long will the concert last tonight? I need to know for my dinner reservations. Knowing that duration is essential for our schedules and plans. Even incredibly brief moments can be captured precisely with last. The quiet moment of reflection only lasted a few seconds before the children's laughter filled the room again.
Fill up.
Exactly. Here, last perfectly defines a brief, almost ephemeral experience, highlighting its fleeting nature. This verb truly implies a bounded period, with a clear beginning and an end. Even if that end is theoretical, like something we hope will last forever, it's an indispensable tool for structuring our understanding of time and the events that unfold within it.
Exactly. It's such a practical word, not just for scheduling, but also for reviewing and describing past events. But the verb last isn't solely for the duration of events, is it?
No, it goes further.
It also has vital applications in the physical world, measuring the durability of objects or the persistence of physical states. Think about the items you own and rely on.
Like your favorite pair of shoes.
Right. You might proudly say, these old hiking boots have lasted me for years. They're incredibly durable and well made. This statement immediately communicates the quality and longevity of the item, directly speaking to its ability to endure wear and tear over a significant period. It's a testament to its resilience. Conversely, we frequently use last to discuss perishability or limitations. For example, this fresh produce won't last long in this summer heat if it's not refrigerated.
Got to use it quickly.
Right. This directly communicates how long something will remain viable, fresh, or good to use, which is a common daily concern, especially when managing groceries or supplies. We also use it to inquire about future reliability and lifespan. Do you think this car will last another 5 years without major repairs?
The big question.
The big question. This question directly addresses the anticipated longevity and reliability of an important item. This usage is fundamental for discussing product quality, shelf life, and the general endurance of various items, all common and practical elements of daily life that impact our planning and purchasing decisions.
And we zoom out even further to the bigger picture. Last extends its reach beautifully beyond mere physical objects to encompass resources, supplies, and even abstract concepts.
Abstract concepts, like what was...
Well, it transforms into a measure of sufficiency, resilience, and even emotional capacity. Consider the critical area of resource management. This emergency food supply will last us for 3 days if we're careful with our portions.
Okay, that's crucial information.
Absolutely. This statement is critical for survival planning and powerfully expresses the finite nature of a resource, indicating precisely how long something will remain sufficient for a given need. Then there are emotional and more abstract concepts, where last expresses limits or endurance. My patience won't last much longer if this incessant noise continues.
Reaching the limit.
Exactly. Here, last measures emotional endurance, signifying the approaching limits of one's tolerance or composure. It's a powerful way to express a nearing breaking point. And of course, there are hopes and desires for enduring connections. I truly hope our friendship lasts forever, despite the distance.
Ah, that's a lovely use.
It is. Here it expresses a profound desire for long-term commitment and resilience in an abstract yet deeply felt bond. This usage is incredibly versatile, helping us express limits, sustainability, and hopes. It reflects how we perceive the finite or infinite nature of both tangible and intangible things. It really highlights the distinction between lasting as a measure of chronological time and lasting as a measure of resilience, sufficiency, or emotional endurance.
Okay, so wrapping up the verb last. What does this all mean for you as you build your fluency? The key insight here is gaining crystal clarity that it's all about continuation and endurance.
Duration and resilience.
Duration and resilience. It's distinct from its other grammatical forms like the adjective and absolutely vital for accurately expressing duration, whether you're talking about the length of an event, the durability of an object, the sufficiency of a resource, or the limits of a feeling or relationship. Understanding this verb unlocks a fundamental way to talk about time, resilience, and persistence in English, adding a precision that truly enhances your ability to communicate complex ideas simply.
Well said. It's a core verb.
Well, we've just completed quite a whirlwind deep dive into some seemingly simple, but, as we've seen, incredibly powerful English phrases.
We covered a lot of ground.
We really did. We started with in a row, uncovering how it elevates a simple count to emphasize those consistent, unbroken sequences, whether it's positive streaks in sports, relentless effort at work, or even a run of bad luck.
That consistency is key.
But then we untangled the glorious, multifaceted complexity of pick something up.
The multi-tool phrase.
The multi-tool phrase, revealing its many faces from physically lifting to acquiring knowledge or goods, collecting people or items, subtly noticing something, describing improvement, and even, yes, answering the phone.
So many uses.
We then explored the immediate fortunes revealed by in luck and out of luck, seeing how they quickly and efficiently communicate fortunate or unfortunate circumstances in a specific moment.
Situational luck.
Exactly. And finally, we just unpacked last as a verb, discovering its crucial and versatile role in measuring time, durability, and endurance across a wide range of situations.
From meetings to friendships.
Precisely. For you, our dedicated listener, these insights are specifically designed to directly help you avoid feeling overwhelmed by, just memorizing lists of words.
Right, it's about deeper understanding.
Instead, you're gaining practical, nuanced knowledge that will immediately boost your communication skills and confidence. Each of these phrases, when truly understood in its various contexts, becomes a powerful, high-leverage tool in your linguistic toolbox, helping you sound more natural and understand more deeply.
Precisely. And in a broader context, English is absolutely replete with such rich, multi-layered phrases where the whole is far greater than the sum of its parts. This deep dive should really be just the beginning of an ongoing journey of linguistic discovery for you.
An invitation to keep exploring.
Exactly. We genuinely encourage you now to listen more critically and actively for these phrases in everyday conversations, in podcasts, movies, books, wherever you encounter English. Don't just hear them. Truly observe their context, what's being discussed, what's the speaker's tone, their intent. Actively ask yourself why a particular phrase is used in a specific situation, rather than just what its individual words literally mean.
Become a language detective.
Be a language detective. Remember, knowledge is most valuable when it's not just acquired, but deeply understood and confidently applied. This active engagement, this kind of critical thinking and observation, will deepen your intuitive grasp of English, far beyond what any textbook alone can teach you. It's about developing that invaluable linguistic sixth sense that allows you to truly feel the language.
That's a fantastic challenge, and one that makes learning so much more engaging, I think. To build on that, here's a final thought. As you go about your day, today, or this week, think about an everyday situation where you might naturally use one of these phrases we've discussed.
Put it into practice.
Yeah. How does using in a row to describe a series of events or out of luck to explain a missed opportunity, how does that change the narrative you're telling? How does it make it clearer or more impactful? And maybe broaden that out. What other common phrases do you encounter that might have these same kinds of hidden layers of meaning just waiting for you to discover their full depth?
Keep listening.
Keep your ears open and keep your curiosity peaked. We'll be here for your next deep dive into the fascinating world of language.